You're watching Perspective Reports, your world strategized with a little fun.
Yo, howdy, how's it going? Happy Monday, happy MLK Day. Hope you all are enjoying the day off. It's National Championship Monday. It's also Adidas Monday. Two Adidas teams off in the National Championship game. It's going to be a great game. Excited for that. It's been a great weekend for football. And yeah, kind of revisiting that part one. This is going to be a part two to that Adidas video where we were speaking to different aspects of how Adidas is really making a push into college football. I had some ideas, more thoughts. I was sleeping on it, and I'm like, you know what? I want to update this. I want to add some more things to it. So that is what we're going to do now. So here we go. So we mentioned this in the first video. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. By the way, my name's X. I'm Perspective Reports, your world strategized. This is this channel. We have a lot of fun. We're a small channel, but we're growing, and it's thanks to you. So thank you so much for watching. Anyway, in the first video, we spoke to how Adidas should use this moment in the spotlight to try to go after some other big teams. We just did a research. It said that Nike controlled 75% of the Power 4 conferences with their sponsorship. So the fact that Adidas needs to start chipping away at it, but chipping away at it, I think is the big opportunity. And at first we were saying, hey, look at a Clemson, look at a Florida State. But now that I'm thinking about it, they should go after Mississippi, Ole Miss. Why not? You already have Mississippi State. It's already there for the taking. I mean, how much is Nike really paying attention to the state of Mississippi, to Ole Miss, University of Mississippi, over there in Oxford, Mississippi? Great school, a lot of things going on over there. Why not try to make the state of Mississippi Adidas country, especially with the rest of our recommendation being other southern schools? I think that'd be a great fit, an easy win, and probably be a lot cheaper than a Clemson or Florida State. So putting that out there. And another thing we didn't talk about was just like the valuation of these deals. Well, basically the monetary value that Adidas is pumping into these programs. And we broke it down further. The Miami contract, for instance, right, since they're one of the two national championship finalists, approximately $7.5 million annually in cash and product comes from Adidas to Miami. So a lot of money going there. Indiana is a little bit different, right? Their contract is more efficient. Their estimated annual cost is around $5.4 million, with $4.7 million apparently being paid in product. So really the money and investment that people are talking about, I mean, I think they said they maxed the NIL amount, which is like $20 million plus going into Indiana football this past year. But most of the Adidas money really isn't going to the sports team as much as it is in product and in apparel. So, you know, I think that's pretty interesting. Moving on to NIL valuations of the starting quarterbacks, Carson Beck and Fernando Mendoza. At Miami, Carson Beck, apparently his NIL valuations are hovering around like 1.5 million, 2.1 million. That's pretty impressive amount for the former Georgia quarterback, but it doesn't compare to the Heisman winner, Indiana's QB, Fernando Mendoza. His valuation is sitting around $2.6 million. Now, obviously, those guys aren't really getting that amount of money. But the fact that their likeness valuation, their image valuation, right, their name valuation is definitely that much. I mean, I definitely think Indiana, if you look at their brand equity that they're creating from just the social media buzz, right, the media buzz, the PR, the press, the ads, the donations, it's far more than that. Obviously, we know that they're bringing in for their schools, but it just says a lot that how much the value of a college football player, especially a college football quarterback, it's just millions of dollars. Keeping the wheels a turn, and the University of Miami earned over $20 million from their college football playoff journey thus far, and that is all due to very favorable ACC revenue retention rules. And it makes sense, right? The ACC revenue share is actually pretty nice. I do believe, like I'm reading this article from the Miami Hurricane, the official newspaper of the University of Miami, the ACC is allowing University of Miami to keep the $14 million CFP payout, and that's just what they've been paying to recompensate the teams for their travel. Basically, they earn like $4 million for every round they made it past, and you know, you could split it up among teams, but because Miami's the only one representing ACC, they get to keep it all, and that's just not on top of all the other money that they're going to get on top of it, the bonuses, and that's why it gets into that $20+ million realm. So wow, shout out to Miami. I mean, a valuable college football property, brand, and program. It's good for the culture. Let's go. Let's keep talking about money, and we'll go into partnerships. Texas Tech, we spoke to them. Patrick Mahomes' Gladiator brand is on the Texas Tech uniform. Texas Tech was obviously in the college football playoff. Adidas had 4 teams actually in the college football playoff. But did you know that the brand value of Texas Tech jumped by 107% in 2024 until now, just by signing away from Under Armour? So that Adidas signature, right, signing a quote-unquote bigger brand, jumped their value literally by 100% plus. So that's insanity. And second to last segment, we're going to talk about apparel and brand deals, and we're going to talk about the money going in. We'll start with Texas A&M down there in the SEC, a college football playoff team. The next 5 years, they're set to get $47 million from Adidas, a massive amount, one of the biggest programs in their portfolio. And it really goes to show the value of an SEC program. And it's one of the 2 that Adidas has, the other being Mississippi State, which is why we recommended Ole Miss to be part of that portfolio, because that'd be a great ad and would get them another team in the SEC, which is the premier college football conference. Another team, the, of course, potential national champion Miami, with their college football cash coming in, $20 million plus. If they win the national championship, it would be more. They're looking to potentially get a $12 to $15 million annual deal with Adidas. So that means if they do something next to like 10 years around that, that'd be a $120 million minimum deal. That would be massive, huge, something usually Adidas only reserves for their soccer clientele. So if they really are serious about getting into college football, that would be a great deal to get done, but it would seriously be a commitment. And keep going, we actually have Under Armour next. They have dropped down to only 6% of the Power 4 conference now. It's unfortunate, especially with the Notre Dame contract set to expire soon, and Notre Dame's probably going to want to look at a Nike or an Adidas to potentially replace them. And Adidas was actually the supplier before Under Armour, so it would maybe be going back to them. And I think before that they were with Nike, so it would really be a massive get, but that deal that they would be looking for would definitely be around the $90 million to $100 million apparel deal range. So whoever will get Notre Dame next will definitely be ponying up the dough. And again, it's telling that the Nike dominance is dropping, and I only think it's just because of saturation. Again, when you own 75% of the market, it's not really shaking to see, you know, your numbers go down to like a 65%. But it's just telling that, again, people want options. What's the only other option in town right now, with Under Armour slightly declining? It's Adidas, and Adidas needs to pick up that slack, and we're seeing them kind of do that. So, yeah. And we're going to wrap up this last segment on general NCAA topics. And we're going to start with the House first NCAA settlement that started the revenue share model that all schools have to adopt. And the research is saying that schools have to set aside between $20 to $22 million annually just to pay their athletes. Think about that. That's the new college athlete payroll for top tier college athletics at Division I or Power 4 conference level, especially for college football. So athletic directors are probably looking for ways to, you know, pay for that, right? They have to get funding, and they're looking at the brands, the apparel brands, the Nike, the Adidas, the Under Armours, and they're basically saying instead of these product deals, they want the cash. They want actual, you know, payments in the millions to help subsidize these athlete payments. And, well, we're going to see a very interesting hybrid model where Adidas will probably try to get a direct portion of the rights fees to the athlete revenue or the school's collective, but they don't want to just straight up give money to the athletic department because you're just paying for your athletes, right? You know, you imagine, you know, you're just straight up paying. Imagine if Adidas was paying part of Premier League salaries or Premier League team salaries. So that'd be kind of crazy, right? And I'm not saying that has never been done before, but it's a new frontier, and we are certainly in for an interesting ride. Another interesting tidbit is the Adidas CEO, Bjorn Golden. He'll be at the NCAA National Championship for Indiana and Miami. And I think it's pretty cool that an Adidas CEO will be at a football, especially college football national championship in the United States. But, you know, the USA is the biggest sports market in the world. It's Nike's biggest market. And to take this market seriously, you have to step up for the events that matter the most here. And it's good to see them doing that. All right, well, that's pretty much it for now. Just kind of talking about random things. We'll do more videos like this. Thank you all so much for watching Perspective Reports, Your World Strategized. Have a great rest of your Monday. Happy holidays. And, yeah, good luck to Miami or Indiana. We'll see who wins. Later.